here, it is no accident. I have a message for you. Now, today it's going to be so interesting because we are going to be figuring out who you were in a past life. Now, I know some people are just doing this because they're interested or they think that it's fun, but something that I always tell all my students and all my clients is that you need to learn who you were so you can understand who you are. And that way, the more that you know about yourself and some of these past life experiences, and perhaps even some of the traumas and some of the pain, or even just some happy moments that you've brought with you from those past lives into this incarnation that are affecting you. And you need to figure out what it is inside of you that is still holding on to some of these past experiences so you can move forward in a happy and joyful and blessed way. So if you're ready, like I'm ready, to find out who you were in a past life, I'm gonna need you to sit back, relax, and let's go.
Yeah, I'm living good, I'm living great. Everything I do in the first place.
So, just in case you are new and you don't know how this goes, I'm going to explain. All right, I got 3 crystals, well technically 2 crystals in a seashell here, and I'm going to put them up in front of the camera, and they're either going to be pile 1, 2, or 3, and you are going to choose between piles 1, 2, or 3, and then we're going to go to your reading. Now make sure that you check the description box to find the timestamp, because I don't always post these piles in order. It could be 231, 312, it could just be anything. So make sure you check the description box. And also, before I put out the piles, make sure that you subscribe, like, and share with your friends and family, because I'm sure they need to know some information from this video too. Now, without further ado, let's get started. All right, my first pile is going, and this doesn't mean it's gonna be in like the number 1 order, but pile 1 is this Chrysicolla here. Chrysicolla. Pile 2 is Amazonite. Amazonite. And then, oddly enough, pile 3, which I'm already getting major vibes over why I was drawn to choose this one, but it is a seashell, like a real seashell. All right, now I'm gonna need you to go ahead, take a deep breath in, and release. Another deep breath in, and release. And again, one more time, deep breath in. And release. And now 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick your pile. And I'll see you in your reading. All right, and for my pile 2, the Amazonite, if you connected with the Amazonite, you are pile 2. I don't want to waste any more time because I'm curious. I already did pile 1's reading, so pile 2. And even though this isn't going to be in order, I do shoot them in order. I know, crazy, right? But also, you already know the deal. Before I continue on, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe so you can keep getting more messages like this. And also comment below and tell me what pile that you were. That's it. That's interesting. I didn't expect this pile to get this one, but there's a few. There's a few things going on. Oh, you have so many past lives. Oh, wow. We're not tapping into just one of your past lives, or this is like, there's just a lot of people chose pile 2. I don't know, man, but there is a lot of different things going on here. Okay. Yeah, oh my gosh. You were everywhere. You have been everything. Oh, that's interesting. So you are someone who you are a very old soul, okay? You have a lot of different past lives. Right now, I'm really kind of like tapping into like, there is a lot. And what's interesting is when I was shuffling your cards, the song that like I was singing was, I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. And one of the messages that is coming through really clearly is like, some of you need to be like sharing your wisdom and your knowledge with the world, because you have lived so many past lives. Like, you have so much knowledge and understanding, and especially like once you start to actually do intentional spiritual work and tapping in to the ancient wisdom and knowledge that you know, oh, you're gonna be unstoppable. You've been in wars, you've been in battles, you've been a mom, you've been a dad, you've been rich, you've been poor, like you've been everything. Like you've literally been everything. You've been an actor, you've been famous, you've been a king, you've been a queen, you've been a scientist, you've been a mathematician, you've been an occult leader, you've been a part of the occult life. You have been all over, up and through this planet, through the time space continuum. Like you are an old soul and a spiritual baddie at that. And if you made it here, I'm here to kind of tell you, you need to start tapping into that ancient energy, into that ancient wisdom, and you need to be sharing it with the world. I think that you might feel like somebody who you know that you're smart and you're wise, but I think you just don't know. I think you just don't know what to do with all of this. Pile 2, what? It's not that I don't know what is going to end up coming through. I allow things to end up coming through. So for you, I didn't expect all of this. I don't know why. I thought I had a feeling that I was gonna have a pile like this before I started filming, and I thought it was gonna be the seashell pile. So I don't know, maybe if you perhaps felt called to the seashell pile, check that one out. But it doesn't matter. Right now we are here. Oh my. Okay. Pile 2. Oh my God. First off, congratulations. Like you have gone through so much. You've been through so much. You've battled so much. Even in this lifetime, you've overcame so much. You are up here now. You are at the top of the top. You are sitting at the winner's circle. I want to tell you right now, you are sitting at the winner's circle. And despite what your reality might look like right now, that don't even matter. Because right now, babe, right now, I'm telling you, you a winner. And I don't care what the society is telling you, and I don't care what's being shown to you on social media. I don't care what your ego is telling you in the bathroom mirror. But what I'm gonna tell you is this: I know this. Outside of all of this little, simulation, as they call it, you a real spiritual baddie, and you've done a lot of hard work. You've put in a lot of work for other people. You've done a lot of work for yourself, and you need to honor that. You need to stand on that because you are a real one. For real, don't ever let anybody take that from you. Don't ever let someone make you feel like you ain't that one. Because I'm looking at this spread right here, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you are that one. And I'm honored that I get to read these cards for such a magical spiritual person. Because straight up, babe, you got nothing here but wins. I want you to know that you're here right now to be told that you did the mother effing work. You don't need no past life reading. You, I guess, can explore your past lives, but I think you have a good idea of some of the things that you had to overcome, and you did that naturally. You did that beautifully. And what you're being told is it's time for you to actually tap into that ancient wisdom and to actually start bringing forth what you know and what you've been through, and using those experiences and those past life, just past life understandings to really start to help people now. It's time for you to step up and start to help others get to where you are at. You know what makes a winner? 2 things. A winner decides, no matter what, I'm always going to win. Number 2, a winner helps others win. I don't care how many trophies you have on the shelf. I don't care how many people tell you you are a legend. If you do not help others win, you are not a winner. But you, babe, you're a winner. You are an absolute winner. You are a magical winner. You are a spiritual winner. You are a terrific human being. You are a beautiful soul. Okay? And it is your time now to bring forth the gifts, the talents, the skills, the knowledge. Bring all that forth, because people on this planet need you. And you're being pushed forth and called to really start to move forward. So what I'm being called to tell you, and I will make another YouTube video off of this, so please subscribe. You need a soul's purpose reading. You don't need to do past life regression or none of that. You've actually moved pretty further on your healing journey. You're ready to start really kind of getting to the bare bones and starting to truly understand why you are here. Because right now I'm talking to you you have this huge purpose of helping people. You are going to help so many people. You are going to change lives. You are going to help shift this planet into a better place. And I don't care what anybody says that we ain't going to become a better place. We going to become a better place. You and me, we going to do this. And you got a lot to offer. So I need you You know, these children need you. The rest of the planet needs you. We need you to step up and be ready to understand what your purpose is and how you can better execute that moving forward. So you already know, look in the description box, drop a comment, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on TikTok, look at my Facebook group. I do have links where you can book at the bottom, but I realized that you guys would rather message me personally, and I love that. I'm okay with that. Please keep it cute, or you will be put on mute, aka blocked. But other than that, I would love to hear from you. So please let me know what pile you were in the comments, because if you were pile 2, I wanna say congratulations and thank you personally. So have a wonderful day. I love you because I am you, and I will see you soon. All right, my pile 3 with the C shell. If you are watching this, this is definitely meant for you. So thank God I was trying to do pile 3, and it was really coming off really weird. And it was just like a lot, and it kind of didn't make sense. But luckily, I kind of got interrupted, and I had to reshoot this. So I was really thankful, and it was almost like I need to shuffle these cards a couple times. Okay, because I'm gonna use this ancestral deck, and I feel like for this one, you have ancestors that want to show you what your past life is. Now, before we get into this reading, you already know what it is. Please like, share, and subscribe so you can get more messages like this. You can help me out, give me some energy transference. I love that. And, other people can get the messages that they need. So who were you in a past life? Okay, cool. Here we go. Oh, this one. Oh, wow. You got ships. Vows. Egypt. You got Egypt. I knew this. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. This is it. Okay. So off the rip, when I was called to do my ancestral deck, I was like, oh my gosh, they have to have been in Egypt. If Egypt comes up. And then this is the seashell, and you got ships, knighthood, Egypt, vows. This was it. I was wondering, because the first time I tried to shoot this, it seemed really off. So I'm really glad that we got to regroup. Okay, so first things first, if you didn't know, of course, you're from ancient Egypt. You were one of them ancients, okay? You were actually really collaborative in the Egyptian culture. You did a lot of things. You had a lot of skills there. I'm getting you were very not you were scholarly, but it was more of on a lot of spiritual aspects, spiritual notes, ways to actually kind of use spirituality to create the reality that you want. All right, so you were trying to fight for your country, trying to defend Egypt. You had a very strong vow to protect, and I'm saying Egypt is really broad, but you were vowing to protect Egypt, protect its ancient secrets, and protect its people. And I think you feel like you failed. And you might be someone who's struggling right now to have the success that you want to achieve. And you might be getting really hard on yourself, putting a lot of pressure on yourself. And then when you don't perform, or things don't go the way that you thought that they were supposed to go, you're getting really down, and you're why is this not happening? And it's because you need to let go of this past experience of letting your people down. And you might have been someone who you really hold on to, perhaps letting other people down. So you're really big on I don't want to let you down. And that's definitely a past life, a past life trauma that is being brought now, and you're being called to really heal through that and past that. Yeah, you were definitely you were royalty. I wouldn't say necessarily royalty, but you were high up there. Everybody knew who you were. You were popular, and you had money. Okay. Yeah, there's some things that you need to let out. Things that okay. Sorry, it was my nose. It's allergy season. Okay, we got 4-4 here. Okay. What is this? I'm sorry. I'm really trying to put the message together as it should be. it feels like confirmation. It feels like you had to escape where you were. You were in Egypt and you like had a vow to protect its people, but like you just couldn't do it. Something happened and you had to go. You had to run off and run away. And I think that you feel like really guilty about that in your past life, about having to run off and run away from the place that you loved and the people that you really protected and was there for. And I think that you were really strong and you knew that you had a really great strength and that your strength could be used. But like at the moment, it just going to be used right there and then. In your past life, you definitely are feeling this huge guilt, very like it's like this vows card, just keep hearing broken vows. Like I think you feel like you let a partner down. I feel like you think that you let maybe your children down, but you just really feel like you let people down. And you might be somebody who like you don't want to let people down, or you carry a like attitude like, oh, I don't care if I let you down, because you've started to accept that that's kind of like what you do and who you are. But it's not. There's no more waiting now. You need to really deal with your past life traumas. And when I'm also talking about past life, I also am talking about like when you were a child, like your childhood traumas too. Like you really need to deal with them. Yeah, yeah. Like I was talking about you being a like parent. Yeah, I think you were definitely a dad. I think you felt like you let your like kids down, and like you disappointed them. And you might be someone who might not want kids because you're like, I don't know if I can not disappoint them, or you do want kids or you do have them because you're trying to kind of like rectify what you did, and so you like keep trying to like make it up and make it up. But really what you're being told is you need to like let it go and understand that everything happened the way that it happened for a reason, and everything is going to go the way it needs to go. But the blockage that is within you is this deep feeling of like I like guilt and just like, oh my God, why would I have done that? And you might have experienced in this life too, perhaps even as a parent, feeling like you let your children down, or just being like someone who feels like they let their parent down, specifically their dad. So if you need to go deeper into this reading, you need to know more about what is going on and like what the true, situations are that are going on inside of you that you need to learn to let go of and move past. Please, you can contact me. TikTok, Instagram, there's links where you can book a reading now, but I do highly recommend you at least getting a consultation, if not a past life reading. Okay, thank you very much, pile 3. And I know you wanted to hear more about Egypt. So just in case you thought like, oh, I think I was part of like an Egyptian culture, you definitely were. You definitely were part of the people who brought the pyramids here. On the first round, Galactic came up. So I don't know if you know, but they believe like the aliens are really the like Egyptians. So I do want to tell you that you're a star seed for sure. Again, you have Egyptian roots. You have Egyptian knowledge and mainly you have Egyptian occult knowledge that you can tap into to help further move you along in this life right now. I think you might like already naturally use it. It's just you becoming more aware of like, oh, this is what that is and how I know it and why it's there. All right, pile 3, I love you because I am you. Always make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and comment what pile that you are. And if you have any questions or anything, you already know where to reach me. I love you because I am you, and I'll see you soon. All right, pile 1, this is your reading. You are the Chrysicolla. So if you were drawn to the Chrysicolla, you are pile 1. And before we get started, you already know, please subscribe, like, share. I'm here to give you messages, honey, all right? Don't miss out on these nuggets of gold. Don't miss out on getting the guidance and the clarity that you need. Do yourself that favor. Help your friends and family out too, okay? Don't even play with a good sis. You know that I'm always here doing this for you, and I'm not going to stop. I'm always going to be here for you, pile 1, okay? So before we get started, I just need you to go ahead and take just a little bit of a deep breath and kind of get yourself in a clear space as I connect to the energy of this reading. Okay, let's see. Who were you in a past life? So already, when I was like kind of shuffling, I was getting like fun vibes. And the deck that I chose, I was like, oh, this is a fun vibe. So I feel like in a past life, you were like a really fun person. I feel like people were like Greco-Roman. I think that's supposed to be Greek and Roman, but just what's coming in is you were definitely Roman times. You were a part of the Roman Empire, or you were like around during that time. Okay, here we go. Karmic relationship. Ooh. Okay, this is starting to heat up for you. Okay, we're gonna get one more card, and then I'm gonna give you your message, because I know at this point you're just like, girl, what's going on? Communal living. Yeah. Okay. It's very interesting. It feels like, for sure, in your past life, you were not necessarily a Roman. I think it's so great how I said you were either like a Roman, or that you were like around during that time period, maybe not necessarily a part of that culture. So you were living like outside of Rome. And it's definitely, you were like living in a tribe, and you had a family. You had specifically a lover. Um, Whether you're male or female, you you had a lover back then, and whatever gender that you currently are, you could have been a different gender that then. So I don't, don't hold on to, well, am I the girl or the guy or the what? But there was a man and a woman, and obviously this is collective reading. So like I said, this isn't for someone who lived in Rome. Some of you probably did, but a lot of you lived outside of Rome in different villages and tribes. This is about you at this time, and you had a relationship, and you were in love. There's something here about heavy masculine energy in your past life. I'm picking up that it's kind of you. Um, yeah, yeah, because you got spouse now. Yeah, like you were married to someone, and there's just this heavy masculine energy. And like one of the things that it's really coming through is, like, at the end of this life that I'm tapping into, you felt really regretful for the way that you treated your spouse, and you kind of told yourself, like, if I could redo it, like, I would do it better. And I think like that's something that you bring into your relationships right now in your current life, is that like you're kind of always striving to be like really good, and to serve, and to be better, and to like treat them like well, to the point that you might be like overly doing it. But what's really coming through is like you kind of do have this past life guilt. Whatever time period, you have this past life guilt of the relationship that you had, and you really wish that you could do it better and you could do it over. I'm getting it that either you or your spouse was killed. So I really feel this is going to be very interesting. Stay with me. What's really coming through is that you had a spouse, and I'm feeling like it's like you were a man and you had a wife, and you really loved her and all of that, but I think you were really like into what was going on during the societal times, and so you really conformed to the societal norms as well. And your wife got persecuted, and you didn't step in and you didn't save them. And that might also be in your current relationships right now. You might be feeling the need to have to save people, and it's really because like you like wish that you would have like broken out and you would have done it something different. So also picking up, you could have rebel energy, or you could have energy inside of you where you want to rebel. You might still be stuck in that old energy, coming from this past life of still trying to conform to societal norms, but nonetheless you want to break out of that. Like you don't want to follow society anymore. You want to do your like own thing. Yeah, I'm like, oh, guys, I told you this was about love. The lover's card just popped out. Upright. Just said bloop. Didn't even fly on the floor. Just said doop doop doop. Tell him. Let him know. This is absolutely. And like you were really in love. And so, let me get like a couple cards, because like I'm about to go in. I'm about to go in. Like this is about to be good. Okay, please get your popcorn now. Pause. Go to the bathroom if you got to. Remember, like, share, subscribe. And here we, hold on. I feel like there's one more card. There we go. I knew I could feel it. Oh, King of Pentacles. Yep, this is exactly what it, It's giving that people thought your wife was a witch, and you were kind of like high up there in your community. You were respected and people like listened to you, but you weren't necessarily the head honcho. And it seems to me like there was a little bit of a persecution that went through, and your wife perhaps was accused of either going against the church by doing something, crazy, like, being a witch for being a witch, or just for just doing something different out of societal norms that the people in the community didn't like. So it caused them to perhaps persecute her. For some of you, you could perhaps even be connecting with the role of the wife. and feeling like perhaps you had a lover and you really trusted them and you really cared and they allowed you to go through that persecution. So now when you get in relationships with people, you might be feeling extremely guarded, feeling like, are you going to betray me because I really loved you, in a past life, but in this life, like, I don't know. And I'm not saying that the same person is from their past life, but I'm just saying, like, you had a past life experience and now it's like coming through, like, you might have a real big guard up around love, which is natural and okay given what you've been through. But one of the things that you're meant to know right now and here is that one of your big goals in this life is to actually move past all the guilt and the trauma or the fear of betrayal. You're supposed to move past all of that. And I feel like even if you were the husband in this situation, like you still kind of felt perhaps betrayed by the society, by your friends, thinking like, oh, you guys are going to help me keep my wife safe, but like they didn't do that for you. So either way, whichever character, if we want to call that, you identify with, yeah, there's still hints of like you feel betrayed by people, you feel like you can't trust people, you want a relationship so badly. And I think you're here right now because you're blocking yourself off from having the relationship of your dreams, and you might be trying to figure out why it's not happening or maybe where the block is coming from. It's this past life experience right here. Okay. That's kind of all that I have that I can really tell you. I'm pretty sure that you might be a little curious and want to know more. If you do, please check the description box or reach out to me personally via comment. You can look me up on Instagram, TikTok, and I even have a Facebook group. So please reach out to me and we can figure out like what's going on, what's deeper, what was the actual nature of this relationship between the husband and the wife, and what your specific role was, and what you can do moving forward. And also, we will do some releasing and cord cutting so you can kind of let go of this past life experience and start to live more present in the now and start to understand that in your past life, the things that happened to you and that you did, it served you. But right now, you're moving forward, and we're going to be focusing on this life, and we're gonna let go of all of the the pre-programming that we have and reprogram you to be living right here right now. I love you because I am you, and don't forget to subscribe.